Today, we'll give an overview of the listening section, including the conversations and lectures. Then, we'll give a glimpse of the question types, question formats, scoring, and additional tips. In the listening section, there are 3 to 4 lectures and 2 to 3 conversations. If there are dummy questions in this section, you'll either have an extra lecture or a conversation. Therefore, this section will take 41 to 57 minutes total. Each lecture is 4 to 5 minutes long with about 500 to 750 words, and each conversation is about 3 minutes long with 12 to 25 exchanges between 2 speakers. You can expect to hear lectures or conversations that you typically hear in a university setting. The speakers will have slight native English speaker accents from North America, Britain, and Australia. You can take notes and refer to them at any time, so I recommend focusing on understanding what they're saying rather than memorizing it. Let's jump into the conversations section first. There are 2 conversation types, office hours and service encounters. After each conversation, you'll be asked 5 questions about it. Office hours or office conversations take place in a professor's office, and you'll hear a conversation between a student and professor about non-academic or academic content. Generally, they're academic in nature or related to the course requirements. For example, a student could ask for clarification about a lecture or request an extension on a final paper. Service encounters typically take place on a school campus, so you'll hear conversations about non-academic university activities such as paying for campus housing or learning how to register for classes. Because conversations are shorter and less formally organised, you can expect more questions about attitude and function. Lectures take place in a classroom, so they are academic and reflect the kind of listening and speaking that occurs in real introductory level university classes. You can expect to hear topics from arts, life science, physical science, and social science, but don't worry about not having prior or outside knowledge of the subject matter. After each lecture, you'll be asked 6 questions about what you heard. In lectures, the professor will either do all the talking or engage with the students. There will be a picture that'll help you know whether one or several people will be speaking. There are 8 question types that test your basic comprehension, pragmatic understanding, and ability to connect information. Basic comprehension. These include gist content, gist purpose, and detail questions. Pragmatic understanding. These test your understanding of the function of what is said and understanding the speaker's attitude. Finally, there are connecting information questions. These include understanding organization, connecting content, and making inferences. We'll delve into these later, so find out what these questions ask and how to strategically approach these questions in our lectures. This section has 4 potential ways a question can be formatted, but the traditional multiple choice format is the most common. Read the question carefully to understand your task. The traditional multiple choice question gives 4 choices and has 1 correct answer. There are also multiple choice questions with more than 1 answer. It could give 4 choices with 2 correct answers or give 5 choices with 3 correct answers. There are some questions that require the test taker to order events or steps in a process. Finally, there are also questions that require the test taker to match objects or text to categories in a chart or place check marks in a cell. The 3rd and 4th type appear less frequently than multiple choice formats, but be ready for them. Each listening section has 28 raw points total that's converted to a scaled score ranging from 0 to 30. Here's a score conversion chart for your reference. Take good, brief notes on the speaker's main points and topic. If you don't fully understand something or get distracted, just focus on what you can control. You can't rewind the audio, but you can focus on the rest. Try your best to understand the main point of what the speaker is saying. Often, you'll be able to understand the overall conversation or lecture from context clues. If there's an unfamiliar word, use your context clues to focus on what you can understand from the situation. Practice your everyday listening skills by tuning into your favourite podcasts, TED Talks, or TV shows. Look out for our future lectures to get more in-depth strategies on how to master the listening section.